Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Let's talk about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about, let's talk about, yeah. Let's talk about conversations with Nicole.
Greetings, welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host, and today my very special guest is Mr. TJ Chapman. Welcome, TJ.
Hey, appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, came to Tallahassee to attend FAMU, School of Business and Industry. I attended FAMU and was in the School of Business and Industry as well, graduated with Business Administration. And so, what kind of prompted you to, choose FAMU and choose business specifically?
Well, I've always wanted to be in business, so that's all I was looking to go to school for, wherever I was going, was business school. I came to visit FAMU because I wanted to come to Florida because my aunt lived in Pensacola, and so I went ahead and took a tour because I had scholarships to SBI here, and so I came and visited, and when I came and visited and walked around the campus, I felt like I was at home. I felt like there was no other place that I wanted to be.
Gotcha.
So then I came here and been here ever since.
Yeah. And so you started DJing while you were here, or did you DJ before you came?
I started DJing when I lived in Ohio. I started DJing in 8th grade.
Okay.
And so I DJed in junior high and high school. And when I came to FAMU my freshman year, I didn't actually bring my equipment.
Okay.
I just focused on school. But sophomore year, I brought my equipment down and started DJing the little house parties, campus functions, fraternity and sorority parties. Mm-hmm. Then I started DJing at this little club here in town that a guy named Beatmaster Clay D opened called Club Hollywood. And then I became his road DJ, and then I became his road manager, and then I became his manager.
Wow.
And so I'm still doing management today.
Absolutely. So what was that like, stepping into the management role from being a DJ?
I mean, really, it was just natural progression, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I got to focus on things that I love doing, taking charge, organizing, setting up stuff, negotiating contracts, collecting money, traveling, so it's just like I was just stepping into my real purpose.
Your purpose, yeah. Love that. And so it sounds like music has been a part of your life for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a part of my life. I started DJing in 84. I started managing in 1990, negotiated my first deal in 92, negotiated my first major record deal in 93.
And what was your first major record deal?
It was a guy by the name of Prince Raheem out of Miami, Florida. He was the first Miami artist to get signed to a major label. Okay. And that was in 93.
All right. And what was that experience like for you?
It was dope. Back then I was kind of cool, so I didn't really, I was kind of cool, plus I didn't have any money. Okay. So I just focused on work and didn't really get to enjoy it, and I didn't get to see much. And, back then I never really even documented the stuff I did, or I was too cool to take pictures with the people I met. And, but as I get older, I do all that stuff. Okay. I take advantage of every moment. Yeah. When we go out of town, first off, I've had the luxury to travel to 39 countries off of rap music. I've been to every state except Alaska. And so...
Every state except Alaska? Wow.
So when I get in these cities or these countries, I enjoy myself.
Yeah.
You know,
I see you. I see you
I
on
always
IG.
do. Now the people I'm with, they might be Hollywood and keep their asses up in the hotel.
Right.
You know, ordering room service and all that stuff. But I'm about to get outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to see the sights. I want to experience the culture. I want some of the best food that they have to offer. Like that's automatic. I'm never staying in the room.
Yeah. So you're making the most of the moments.
I never know when I'm going to get to these places again. And then especially if I'm getting to these places on somebody else's dime, why not take full advantage and enjoy?
Mm-hmm. How was the industry changed from when you first started or when you did that major deal in '93 to now?
I mean, back then you didn't have the internet. So it's like for you to meet people. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this. The artists I used to manage used to always talk about me because I walked around, I had a little man purse, and in my little man purse, I had a phone book.
Okay.
A literal phone book with pages where you had to write your numbers. And so I would
That's
always...
how you kept up with your numbers.
Yeah, so I would always ask people, you know, their names. I would always get the numbers, and I would always put the stuff in my address book. I always be big on networking, meet new people, building relationships.
Yeah.
And my artists, you know, one day was just like, yo, man, like, these people don't want to talk to you. Why you get everybody's phone numbers and this and that? But to be honest, that built my network, which is my net worth, and which is what makes me as strong as I am today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's good. That's rich. Now, have you always been that way? I mean, as far back as you can remember in terms of when you started DJing, were you into doing that, or is this as a result of becoming a manager?
Well, all that's a result of becoming a manager, and all that's a result of me wanting to be successful. When I DJ'd, I was the type of DJ that wouldn't say nothing. So I didn't like talking on the mic. If somebody lost their keys, I wouldn't even say that. I'd hand the mic to somebody else because I was shy. So I didn't like. I mean, I'm still shy, but I know what I need to do, so I do it.
Gotcha.
But I'm still low key.
Okay.
Shy guy, you know, don't never really want much attention. Don't care if people know I'm in the room. But that's how things have changed. But now, because of the internet, it's a world of difference. You know, you don't have to go pull up on people. I remember when I didn't have any money, and when I was first started doing the management in the early 90s, all them deals were artists lived in Miami. So I lived in Tallahassee. Once again, didn't have no money. So we had big meetings of stuff I needed to be at. I would wake up about 5 in the morning. I would get on the road, go handle my meetings, and turn around and drive back to Tallahassee.
Wow.
Now, sometimes I would get tired, so I would sleep at the rest stops, you know, and then when I woke up, I'd continue my journey back to the crib.
Gotcha.
But now I don't have to do that stuff anymore, thank
Indeed.
goodness.
That's great.
Stay in the nicest hotels.
That's a big difference.
You know, I fly, and I enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But back then, you had to pull up on people. And people today take all this stuff for granted, you know, because they don't know what it was like.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier. But I love all technology. I've always loved technology, and I use it to the fullest to, you know, help me be as efficient and as effective as possible.
Yeah, I love that. So if you, what's been the biggest deal that you've done in your career?
Well, the biggest deal, I don't know what the biggest deal is, but, well, okay. Well, we in Tallahassee, so a kid named T-Pain. I got him a deal with Jive Records.
Okay.
Broke his song, I'm Sprung. Then I found another kid by the name of B.O.B. Did his deal with Atlantic. And I mean, I've done probably about 16, 17 record deals in my career.
Wow.
But those two are like the hallmark of everything. I mean, those guys are superstars, you know, that everybody knows around the world. And so, pretty proud of those
That
things.
is something to be proud of, for sure, for sure, for sure. Now, how do you know when you got an artist that has a hit or is gonna kind of take off?
Well, the artist is one thing, the hit is another. You know, when looking for artists, I'm always looking for stars. I like people with their own sound, distinctive sound and style. You know, that stuff may not be the easiest to break through, but when you break through, that's the stuff that changes the game and makes, you know, the biggest difference and reaps the most rewards. As far as songs are concerned, I used to always ask, I had an A&R person with Island Records named Joe Galdo. I used to always ask him, hey Joe, you know, how do you know a hit? And he would always say, man, well, I know a hit when I see God. And so I'm just like, okay, like, what does he mean when he sees God? Like, what God jumps out and start dancing on your desk or something? You know?
Right.
But it took me a while to really figure out what he meant by that. And when he said he sees God, a hit will invoke some kind of emotion up inside you. It will make you feel some type of way, whether it makes you happy, whether it makes you sad, whether it takes you back to third grade on the swings in Miss Johnson's class, or it makes you want to fight somebody and punch them in the mouth. But a hit gets up inside you and invokes some kind of emotion.
Yeah.
And so that's how I know hits.
Okay. Nice. Are there any artists that you would like to work with?
Not really.
Okay. And then are you like constantly looking for artists? Not really.
I mean, I have 3 artists right now.
Who are your artists?
B.O.B. I found him at open mic 18 years ago. I've been managing him ever since. Trap Beckham. A lot of people don't know his name, but they know his song, One Time for the Birthday Chick, 2 times for the birthday. That's like the top birthday song all over the world.
Yeah.
And then I have my new artist, So Candy, that I've been managing a year now.
Okay.
So we're making a lot of moves.
Nice.
Recently did a new deal for her. Recently did a new deal for B.O.B. And about to do a new deal for Trap.
Nice. And so artists now versus, again, back then, differences, you know, are you seeing any differences with the artists? Or are they pretty much basically the same?
Well, there's a lot of differences. Back then, there was barriers to entry into the game. And so because of that, artists had to work harder to be recognized. Back then, artists had to have money, you know, to be able to record. You had to have money to get to the studio. You had to have money to pay for your tapes and stuff like that. You had physical product back then, so then you had to have money to get stuff pressed up, whether it was CDs, cassettes, or vinyl. And then you had to have somebody willing to distribute your project. And so all that stuff was difficult. And so only the best of the best would make it through.
Yeah.
Today, all you got to do is have a phone. You have one of these, you can be an instant rapper in 12 hours.
Right.
You know, you can
wake
wake up in the morning, you can download some beats off YouTube. You can record them on an app on your phone. You can mix and master them on an app on your phone. You can pay for distribution and upload the music to these DSPs to put out on all streaming platforms. You can go to Canva and make you an album cover.
Get the graphics together.
And shoot your photos on your phone. But you can do it all in a day. And it's like, it's instant. And so today there's no barriers to entry. And because of that, anybody and everybody does it. And not everybody should be doing it. And not everybody tries to perfect their craft to do it good. So we have so much garbage out here, and the whole market is oversaturated.
Yeah.
And you don't know if I'm somebody that's been struggling for 10 years trying to get on, or if I'm somebody that just woke up today and said, I want to be a rapper.
So do you think more regulation, or like should people be more selective? What's your thoughts on that?
I like the fact that open to everybody, but
some people just don't have no business.
yeah, some
doing it.
people don't have. They have no business doing it. They see people doing it. They see people making money, or they see people having a good time and think if you rapping, then okay, you're gonna be rich and be able to travel and party. And so it's like so much of it's for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. You think social media gives them that false sense of get rich quick, or I could be famous quick, or
I mean, social media does all that, but then again, the beauty of social media, and that's the difference between a younger artist and an older artist. And when I say older artist, I'm not talking about old like me. I'm talking about like 30 and up.
gotcha.
And why do I say that? Because somebody 30 and up was raised with different beliefs, different morals, different ways that they see things in life. And whereas these younger guys, they were raised on social media. So they're going to constantly make content. They're going to constantly post. They're going to constantly show what they have going on in their lives. And that's what makes the people connect with them. Now, these 30 plus dudes or women, they got every excuse in the world why they don't make content, because they don't have time, or they don't want to be corny, or they are not going to dance, or, okay, but you don't have to dance or be corny to make content. You just got to turn your camera on. I mean, content now, it's like, it's so easy. I mean, I can walk to the sink and you can record me, and we can post that, and I can put my song behind it, and boom, that's a piece of content.
It is.
But it's like people overthink the stuff
They do.
instead of just doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas these younger guys might be at a funeral, you know, and they might take out the camera and do a quick rap over the casket.
Right.
Or go live.
I have seen that too.
You know, like no boundaries.
It is.
But you know, that's what people like.
Right.
And so music has changed from being a thing where people excel if you have talent to now people excelling because they entertain the people and the people connect with them.
People like to be entertained.
And that's what it's all about. It's about the people connecting with you. So, and I say this all the time, and I hate to say it, but music is becoming secondary. How good the quality music is becoming secondary. Do I like that? No. Do I think that's healthy? No.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And so if you want to make it in today's world, you have to embrace today.
Yeah.
You have to embrace social media. Artists now have to be content creators, regardless of whether they want to, or they're mad about that, or feel like they should be able to focus on their craft. No. You have to be a content creator.
Yeah.
Social media is the number one way of people's music being discovered. And so if you're not posting content, then you're not building your platform. If you're not building your platform, then that means all promotion that you do has to be paid for.
Yeah.
Where social media is free. If you spend the time building your platform and developing that, then you can promote whatever you want for free.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't get why people don't do it.
Like you said, I think a lot of it is overthinking. And so, so many questions, but I'm gonna shift gears. I know you are co-owner of a food truck.
Yeah, vegan food truck in Miami. Me and my friend Chef Yuta started in the last year. It's called Plant Menage.
Okay.
So it's doing pretty well. It's down. We keep it in South Florida, Miami, Lauderdale, that Southern Florida area.
Gotcha.
And I got a new thing I'm working on. Working on a rooftop lounge in Atlanta.
Nice.
So that's my new little project.
Okay, good deal. And so, are you vegan? No. Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
But my man is, and I've known him forever. You know, we go way back.
Yeah.
And he kind of got in some trouble and had to go sit down for a little bit, and he got out. And then he was doing these juices, making these healthy juices. He called them hemp-laid tea. And then he went from that and said he was going to open up a restaurant.
Right. So
he opened up Hemp-Laid Vegan Cafe in Tallahassee.
I'm familiar.
And And so I always support him. I always go down and no, I'm not vegan, but I love whatever he cooks. So whatever he wants to make me, I tell him just hook something up.
Right.
But I love his food so much that I went ahead and invested a lot of money in his food truck.
Okay.
Because he has a gift, and I want to help him be successful. I mean, I want to be successful too, but I want to help make his dreams come true.
Yeah, no, he does a good job. I've eaten there several times. All right, cool. So what are, I guess, some of the, goals or plans for you in the future? Outside of I know you said you're now getting ready to do a rooftop, but anything else, any places you want to go, or, things you want to do with your artists?
I mean, really, I've been fortunate. I've had a lot of success, but I wouldn't mind one more round at it.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, ultimately, I wanna be remembered as one of the best to ever do it.
Nice.
And so I feel like if I am the best, then it's something that I can do again. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm on right now. So we're gonna see.
Okay. If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't doing this, I'd have a restaurant.
Really?
With me in the kitchen.
Cooking?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind cooking, but I'd be part of everything. Like I'd want to be part of the whole face of the business.
Okay. And what type of restaurant?
I don't know that. That's always the hard thing. I go so many places, and I discover so many different kinds of food that I come back. The stuff that I like the most, I come back and then I try to cook it and make it at home.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of different dishes that I really love that I've had in different parts of the world that I wouldn't mind having at a restaurant that I opened up one day.
Nice. What's one of your favorite dishes that you've had recently?
Favorite dishes that I've had recently? Well, one of my favorite dishes I've had in Hong Kong, they got this stuff called spicy crab. And so it's Dungeness crab fried up with chilies and garlic, and man, that thing is so good. That thing is so good. And I can't ever find it over here. I found something like it in Seattle one time.
Okay.
But it's called Under the Bridge Spicy Crab.
Under the Bridge Spicy Crab.
Oh man, that thing is amazing.
So.
But one of my latest things that I found that I love, and it's not like a big deal, but I love oxtail and grits.
Okay. I've seen that a little bit lately. Yeah.
I just started seeing that maybe in the last 9 months. The first time I had it, first time I saw it. But then since then, it's like I see it everywhere. You know, but I really like the oxtail and grits.
All right. You seen it in Tallahassee?
No, I haven't.
Okay. All right.
I would get some if I did. When I leave here, I would.
I heard that.
But then another dish I really like, I like char-grilled oysters.
Char-grilled oysters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to New Orleans, had some char-grilled oysters. Amazing. And so I had to go out and buy me a green egg grill so I can make my own char-grilled oysters at home.
Nice.
I love some char-grilled oysters.
So you sound like you a bit of a foodie.
I'm a huge foodie.
Okay.
I eat all kind of stuff.
Nice.
From the best foods to most expensive spots to little side of road spots to food from the gas stations to whatever. I mean, I even, in Shanghai, was it Shanghai? I think it was Shanghai. It was Beijing. In Beijing, I had some scorpions.
Really?
And they were pretty good. I was surprised.
Really?
Yeah, it was like they were like kind of sweet and salty.
It tastes like chicken, huh?
It didn't taste like chicken. But kind of sweet and salty. It was and a little crunchy, like some Boston baked beans candy.
I would not imagine that. Okay, scorpions.
I had some Portuguese water bugs, and so that.
Ooh, I don't know about that one, TJ. You got me on that one. I don't know about the water bugs.
I mean, I went ahead and tried it because I was reading some reviews and the people were talking about they taste like sour apple 9-laters.
With the legs and everything?
And so I went to the restaurant I ordered them, and they brought out these three water bugs on this plate with some peppers around them. And it took me like 30 minutes of just looking at them to finally try one. And the whole thing is, you don't just pick the bug up and eat it. You gotta take the legs off. You gotta peel all the wings off. And the wings got different layers of wings. So you gotta pull all the wings off, all that stuff off.
No.
And then you just had a body left that you just suck on. And so I did that. I sucked on it. And man, it tasted like some sour apple. Now later, like for real, like that was the craziest thing in the world. But yeah,
wow.
But I wouldn't do it again.
Okay, right. You need a whole book of all of the exotic foods that you have tried. That is amazing.
I tried a lot.
Yeah, sounds like.
But it's from trying to experience these cultures in all these different countries.
Yeah, for sure. So, what's the best advice you've either given or received?
The best advice that I ever received was, I was always, my best friend Chuck, rest in peace. I was always the young guy. I was like a helpful Henry. I was always a young guy just wanting to get on, so I'd help everybody. I'd partner up with everybody just so I could try to build my brand. But whenever I always did that, the people that I partnered up with or tried to help weren't necessarily serious about their business. So I'd always end up looking bad. I'd always end up, whatever we were working on would never get completed because they would stop or something would happen. Or so my friend told me one time.
Sound like you wanted it more than they did.
Yeah. And he was just like, TJ, listen, one time I want to see you do something by yourself from beginning to end and just see it through. And so, okay, that's like, okay, so I went ahead and did it. And that piece of advice kind of changed my life because after that, I realized I didn't need nobody. I realized that I did want it more than everybody else, or that I was more focused than them. And so I just started doing stuff on my own. And so that's how I moved today. I mean, with all my businesses and stuff, I have partners. Right. But I don't wait or depend on anybody for nothing. I do it all myself. Or I outsource it, but in the beginning, I didn't have any money. Once again, I didn't have no money, so I had to learn how to do everything. Whether it was building the websites, whether it was designing graphics for flyers, whether it was writing plans or bios or whatever, I had to learn it all. And so today, that helped me because I know what everybody's work entails, and I respect that. I'm not some kind of leader that doesn't understand because I've had to do it, and I would never ask you to do nothing that I wouldn't do or haven't done.
Nice, great advice. All right, and then my final question is, what do you believe is your greater work, which would be kind of the equivalent of your superpower?
My ability to see talent in people. I've always been able to see talent, whether you're talking about artists, a musician, a rapper, or you're just talking about everyday people. I've always been able to see talent in them more times than they've been able to see it in themselves.
Nice.
And so one of the things that I'm always get a lot of recognition for is I've always helped people. So it's ridiculous the amount of people that I've helped, or even more so, that I know I've helped, but then wherever I go, people come up to me and just say thank you. And I'm like, okay, thank you for what? And they talk about stuff that I did for them that I didn't even know that I did.
Wow.
And so that's probably my superpower.
Nice. Well,
that's my gift.
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing your gift and your time with me today. I appreciate you so much. Oh,
no problem. One thing we didn't touch on, though, I recently got inducted into the Black Radio Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that. How was it for you? What was that experience like for you?
It was dope. Just being recognized by my peers And like I said, I always wanted to go down, being remembered as one of the best to do it. Well, being inducted into Hall of Fame says that I'm one of the best to do it, and my name will be there forever.
Yes.
So, that's something I'm proud of.
Part of your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And that is definitely something to be proud of. So, again, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for the time. I've seen you in the community, and I'm glad that we finally had this time to have this conversation.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
My pleasure. And thank you all for joining us on Conversations with Nicole, where we are connecting the community through conversations.
Manly Manor, an executive suite nestled in Tallahassee's J. Gaither Park, offers a 4-bedroom house with a chef's kitchen and luxurious amenities. It's close to FAMU, FSU, the airport, and the historic J. Gaither Golf Course. Your home, away from home. Book today at manlymanor.com.